Welcome to Beating Cancer Daily. Beating stage 4 cancer for 30 years still takes my breath away every time I say it. I'm Saranne, founder of the Comedy Cures Foundation, and I hope you'll join me for just a few minutes daily for the next 365 days so we may laugh, learn, maybe cry a little as we live our best days beating cancer daily together. I have to share this strategy with you. I love it. I ran into two friends and they shared this with me, and I can't wait to share it with you. Now, I've done an episode on the chemo comedy party, and that's how I started my organization, the Comedy Cures Foundation. But these women did something completely different, but fabulous. So my friend Shavit really wanted to celebrate the last chemo treatment with our friend Yael. And Yael is a warrior. Yael just beat back stage 4 melanoma, and she looks amazing. Here's what Shavit did. She surprised Yael at her last chemo treatment with a spa day. I don't mean they went to the spa after she finished her last treatment. Shavit brought an entire spa kit to the hospital, and while Yael was getting her last treatment, Shavit gave her a spa treatment. I'm talking full-blown, beautiful facial treatment. She had a mask. She had serums. The way they described it, it was like she had walked into like Elizabeth Arden spa day. And it was a total surprise for Yael. Well, it created quite a stir at the chemo facility. And the nurses came by and other patients came by because Yael was totally decked out. Shavit had thought of everything that she could do to pamper her best friend. And you know what? That treatment went by so fast. And they got so much attention and so many comments because it was pretty unheard of. It was so unusual to see this going on. And when Yael described how she felt, it was as if she were transported. It didn't even feel like a treatment. I just wanted to share that with you. These ladies loved it so much, and the reaction was so big that they are actually putting together a startup company to offer this service in hospitals to cancer patients. And I think it is a tremendous idea. Just watching the way they both described it, Shavit is the caregiver who just wanted to do everything and anything to honor and pamper her friend and to celebrate the end of these treatments. And then how Yael described it, not only the way she felt, but the way that the nurses responded to what was happening in their little chemo universe. So I hope that you try this. If you're a caregiver, I hope you do it for your special patient. And if you are a patient, I hope that you have a friend or a family member or a colleague that's willing to do this just for you. So I have a cool personal facial story. I happen to love spa treatments, and I had the blessing and the honor to be featured by Oprah a few times. And one is in her best-selling book, Live Your Best Life. I actually have the honor to be one of her heroes. So that's super cool. But that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is that when they wrote about me, they wrote that my skin was very dewy and that I don't look my age at all. And my joke back was, oh, it's called a chemofacial because if you know about chemo, you know that it exfoliates a lot of your fast growing cells. So it actually exfoliates your skin. And I always looked much younger because I had so much chemotherapy. I had so much exfoliation from the chemo. So I just love that story because forever it is memorialized that I have dewy skin. So the fact that Shavit gave Yael a facial at chemo when I have a joke about getting a chemo facial that makes you look younger, they actually did it. I'm sure that the reason why Yael looks so great is because she had a chemo facial and a chemo facial. So it's like a double entendre of a joke. I love this episode. I am so glad I could share this with you. Go get a facial. Feel fabulous. Pamper yourself. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you guys know this, but Beating Cancer Daily is a listener and donor-supported podcast and community. So if you have some extra change, I'd love you to go to comedycures.org and make a donation today of whatever level is comfortable for you. And it will be tax deductible to the extent allowed by law, because Comedy Cures is a nonprofit 501c3 organization founded from my chemo chair, April 1999, and we've been going strong ever since. So please consider making a donation today and help our community and this podcast thrive. Thanks so much. See you tomorrow. Guess what time it is? It's time for me to read the disclaimer. Beating Cancer Daily and the membership circle are not in lieu of medical advice or treatment. They are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your healthcare team to review your best strategy. Thanks for listening.